everyone. We've come down to New Orleans Pagan Pride Day, and we're just going to be walking around and talking to some of the magical people in New Orleans, seeing some of the products that they have, the musicians, and, you know, exploring some of the magic.
We have a hex table here with all sorts of our magical products, and we're just going around and filming and talking to people. And you know, you'll also see some of the art installation that they put here for the first time at a Pagan Pride, which is really, really magical. And you're just going to explore the magic of the day. Bye.
My name is Siddiqui. I am the co-coordinator for the Greater New Orleans Pagan Pride Day 2016, and I'm also the founder of New Orleans Lamplight Circle, which created this art installation for Pagan Pride Day. This art installation that was created by New Orleans Lamplight Circle for Pagan Pride Day is a way for us to essentially show what our community in the pagan world is like. So what a person does is actually grabs a skein of yarn and ties it around the center pole, and the center pole represents one's belief system. And then you go to each of the poles, and there are 12 poles around the outer circle, just like the face of a clock, and you look at the poles to see what they represent. And if it's a facet of your personal spiritual practice, then you wrap your yarn around it and then bring your yarn back to the center. And you continue going around the circle, wrapping your yarn around just the things that you believe in, parts that are part of your spiritual practice, and then bring your yarn finally to the center pole. You add your name to it, and then you tie off the yarn. And as you look at your strand of yarn, obviously that represents your spirituality, your path, but as you step back, you look at all of the different pieces of everyone's spirituality that comes together to form this web of community.
Okay, my name is Louis Martinet, and I'm here representing Black Moon Publishing, looking for authors. We just got rights to the Chicago Occult Digest and have 2 new books coming out. So we can always use more authors. We're really looking. But even more than that, I'm here because this is my community, and this is where my friends are.
My name is Carol, and I am here because I am part of the Black Cat Society, and we wanted to be here to support Pagan Pride Day. I host an event called the New Orleans Witches Ball, and I host a small gathering called Witch Kringle, where we gather toys to donate to local hospital. In the past, we've had WitchCon, and we also host several gatherings a couple of times a year for local witches to gather and have a good time.
Everyone, we're here still at New Orleans Pagan Pride Day with my dear friend Ellie Barnes, who is an amazing artist. She also is an amazing psychic and reads at Hex New Orleans. Ellie, do you want to tell us a little bit about your art and some of your work that you have here?
I would love to. I've been painting since I was 24. I am a favorite fan of Henry Matisse, and I love the colors of his style in the Mediterranean and the bright Caribbean colors, and Florida, which I'm a Floridian. But I'm also a witch and a pagan, and I adore the styles of New Orleans. I love being here. I adore being a reader at Hex, and I think Pagan Pride is an extremely successful event for all of us that live here who would like to celebrate alternative styles and interesting ideas.
What's your name?
Andrew Wiseman.
So why are you here today?
Because of the Pagan Pride Fest. And I'm from West Africa, Ghana. And I was born in a generation, and my grandfather was a king where there was all these drums, and I grew up with like an anthropologist. I didn't know what anthropology was, but I grew up in a family where there were drums for rituals for different occasions and times and seasons. And they do observe all these times of the year where they do ceremonies, rituals, and then the Christians said, oh, we were pagans, we were sinners, so with all sincerity I repented. I went to church. I've washed missionaries' underwear and everything in the name of God. But then again I was growing, then people still see my psychic side. and they say, oh, this guy is sure this guy is your relative or something. I say, yeah, but it's like, what have I done? But it was past life thing, transgression and regression. Oh, well and good, I'm now in New Orleans, and I found myself a family now where at least I'm accepted and I'm respected.
We are Crescent City Conjure. We make everything by hand. We are collectively initiated into Haitian voodoo and European witchcraft. We have about 40 years of experience between us both, and we love what we do.
And Southern Conjure.
And Southern Conjure.
What about the judo?
The judo?
That's
judo.
That's part of Southern Conjure. What else you want to ask?
Well, what are your names?
My name is Hoodoo Saint Moise.
And I'm Sinelias. Nice to meet you.
You're supposed to plug your website, don't you guys know?
Oh yeah, www.crescentcityconjure.com.
www.crescentcityconjure.com.